Well, hello there, everyone. Hope everybody had a good week. I've been very busy, but decided today I'll be doing a stream. Cessna 172 from, we're coming from Pennsylvania down to Virginia, and we're trying a new airport. It's KRVL, and it's Mifflin. So I don't know anything about this airport, but it's about an hour-long flight. So I hope you guys enjoy. There should be some audio tours as well. So hope you enjoy. So let's get started. Let's look around. Looks like an interesting airport. We'll go ahead and take the engine cover off. Static. Chocks. We'll remove the chocks and the pitot. Let's get in. And let's go check our airplane, make sure we have enough fuel. Let's just fill it up some more. There we go. I think that's good. Turn our batteries on so we can hit the beacon light. Actually, let me look at something real quick. Does the beacon light actually work? Let's see. It should. Nope. That's what I thought. So we need to turn this on. Now the beacon should work. There we go. Give that a second. We're not going to use those. So let's see what we got going on today. So okay, got everything I think set up here. And there's two centers. Let's call. Let's get our VFR clearance. Center, November Charlie Juliet 472, requesting a VFR clearance out of Mifflin today. Would like 24. Well, let's check the radio first. Something's not right. Radio check. Request from November Charlie Juliet 472. Something's not right. Oh, I need to fix that. Yeah, there we go. I think I got it. Whoops, I unplugged the cable. I was doing something earlier. Let's try this again, one more time. Radio check from November Charlie Juliet 472.
This is what the ATC audio sounds like.
Okay.
And next is what yours sounds like.
Okay, so we got that. Radio check from November Charlie Juliet 472. Should work. Maybe. With a little luck. Okay, let's call for clearance. Good afternoon, Center. November Charlie Juliet 472. Requesting VFR clearance out from runway 24 here at KRVL.
November Charlie Juliet 472 on departure, maintain VFR at or below 2,000 feet. Departure on 134.8, squawk 5664.
On departure, maintain VFR at or below 2,000 feet. Departure is going to be on 134.8. Squawk in 5664, November Charlie Juliet 472. All right, chat, let's get this going here. Code, it was 5664. Squawk, there we go. Okay, so we got that. Let me set my altimeter. Make sure that's all set up. And then altitude, we're going to set at 2,000. Do 2,000 today. That's a 3 bar. Okay. Now there's this cool feature that I just learned with Say Intentions. You can actually have it turn on the taxiway lights or pathway lights just to kind of help you. And also, there's this other thing which is really pretty cool. It's called Taxi Tuner because Microsoft's Sobo did not do, I mean, they did an okay job with the taxiways, but they're also, some of them, or a lot of them, I should say, are inaccurate. So Say Intentions actually has this thing called Taxi Tuner that the community actually further edits for this AI to actually instruct. So if something's missing out of the taxiway, we add it. You can actually use it, copy it from, you can copy theirs, you can make a clone of theirs and then actually make an edit and then adjust it for myself, or I can actually share my edits out to somebody else. It's pretty cool. You can put also VFR markings as well. So I think we're good. I think we're going to leave that there. Yeah. Center, November Charlie Juliet 472. Can you turn on the runway arrows for me or the runway path lights?
November Charlie Juliet 472, contact tower for runway lighting requests.
Do you have the frequency for the tower?
November Charlie Juliet 472, contact Mifflin County Airport Tower on 122.7 for runway lighting and other requests.
Good afternoon, Tower. November Charlie Juliet 472, requesting taxi lights, pathway lights be turned on for me? Tower, November Charlie Juliet 472. Please turn on my taxi pathway lights. I don't think it's even there. Tower, November Charlie Juliet 472. Are you even there? It told me to contact him. See, what the heck? Mifflin, are you there? November Charlie Juliet 472. Come in, please. Mifflin, are you there? Mifflin, come in, please. November Charlie Juliet 472 is requested. So, something definitely wrong with this airport, but we'll have a look over here on our map and we'll find it. So we're gonna go up and over. Okay. There we go. Let me get this back over here. Let's get this showed out on the road. Center, November Charlie Juliet 472 would like to taxi out to runway 24 now.
November Charlie Juliet 472, New York Center. Contact Mifflin County Airport ground or tower on 122.7 for taxi instructions to runway 24.
Sir, I have tried to tune frequency to 122.7, but nobody's answering. Please advise November Charlie Juliet 472. New York Center, November Charlie Juliet 472 is trying to contact 122.7 to announce taxi, but nobody's answering. Good afternoon, Tower, November Charlie Juliet 472. Are you there? Tower, November Charlie Juliet 472, come in, please. All right, we're just going to treat it as a CTAF. Good afternoon, CTAF. November Charlie Juliet 472 is taxiing to runway 24 at Mifflin in Pennsylvania. Tower, are you there? November Charlie Juliet 472 is requested. Okay, we'll hold right here. See what we can do.
Three 5 Zulu. Wind 250 at 11 gusting 18. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, few at 4200 feet. Scattered at 5,000 feet. Broken at 6,000 feet. Temperature 17. Dew point 8. Altimeter 29 or 46. Density altitude 1.
Good afternoon, Center. November Charlie Juliet 472 is waiting to depart runway 24 here at KRVL Mifflin.
November Charlie Juliet 472, New York Center. Contact Mifflin County Airport Tower on 122.7 for departure clearance from runway 24. Once airborne, contact me for further instructions.
122.7 is not answering. Please advise, November Charlie Juliet 472. We'll see how smart this thing is.
November Charlie Juliet 472. Try contacting Mifflin County Airport Tower on CTAF frequency 122.9er for departure clearance. Once airborne, contact me for further instructions.
Stand by, we'll contact that. Let's see. 122.9.
November Charlie Juliet 472, roger. Stand by and contact the tower for further instructions.
Mifflin Tower, November Charlie Juliet 472. Are you there? Okay, I found a flaw. Mifflin Tower, November Charlie Juliet 472, come in. All right, we'll go back to if not, I'm just going to announce it and go. Let's see, what is my New York Center? New York Center, November Charlie Juliet 472. I've tried to contact Mifflin Tower on 122.9 and get no response. Please advise as I'm waiting to depart runway 24 here at KRVL Mifflin. Just give me the friggin' clearance.
November Charlie Juliet 472, New York Center. Contact Mifflin County Airport Tower on CTAF frequency 122.9er for departure clearance. Once airborne, contact me for further instructions.
I'm just gonna go. That's what we're gonna do. CTAF, November Charlie Juliet 472 is departing runway 24 KRVL Mifflin. Let's get out of here. Ooh, it's up on a hill. Okay, we're gonna pretend we got clearance from Mifflin's Tower. Okay. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, 2000, here we go. It's kind of annoying, though. Actually, I don't want this right now. New York Center, November Charlie Juliet 472, checking in, Cessna 172. We just departed from KRVL, runway 24, headed down to Leesburg, KJYO for runway 35.
November Charlie Juliet 472, New York Center, radar contact. November Charlie Juliet 472, New York Center, Mifflin Airport, at your 6 o'clock, 2 miles. Change to advisory frequency approved. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR. So long.
Squawk and VFR. Have a nice day. Let's climb. All right, folks, we'll climb up to 4,500. Bring up my flight tracker here. Looks like the last part of the trip will be some rain, but we should be okay. Ooh, let me fix that. That's way too loud. What the heck? Let's go. Bring that down a little bit. Good afternoon, CTF November Charlie Juliet 472. Requesting a radio check, please.
Nobody's listening on 122.9 or 5.
But if nobody's answering, if nobody's listening, then why did he answer? I actually did the radio check because you can talk to other say intention pilots. So on the real CTF frequency, you do communicate to other pilots that way. Something I think say intentions can fix, or improve on, I should say. There I am. Oh, let's make it bigger. And down. Okay. We should be good now. And this here. Let's pull back on our mixture just somewhat. Did I hit my pitot hit? Nope. It reset back. Good afternoon, Jeff. Are you there? Jeff, are you there? Nope. Let me add Jeff real quick. Go to here. Jeff. The heck is going on with the plane? Look at that. Woo, it's pushed me down. Oh, I got pushed. My mixture was out. That's why. Get this thing stabilized. There we go. Stabilize everything. Good afternoon, Center. November Charlie Juliet 472, Cessna 172 VFR from KRVL down to KJYO runway 35 checking in.
November Charlie Juliet 472, Atlanta departure, good afternoon. Stay altitude and if flight following is requested.
Altitude currently is 4,500 feet. No flight following is needed at this time. What is going on? Jesus. Everything's being finicky right now. Good afternoon, Jeff. Are you there?
Good afternoon. Yes, I'm here and ready to share some interesting sights with you as we fly. Just let me know what you'd like to know.
So, within the next 5 to 10 miles, nautical miles, what's around us?
If we look to our 12 o'clock position about 10 miles out, we can see the beautiful Susquehanna River. This river is one of the longest in the United States, stretching over 444 miles and flowing through New York, Pennsylvania and Maryland before emptying into the Chesapeake Bay. The river has been a vital waterway for centuries, serving as a transportation route for Native Americans and later European settlers. It's also known for its stunning views and recreational opportunities, attracting kayakers, fishermen and nature lovers alike. Plus there's a bit of folklore surrounding the river, with tales of mysterious creatures lurking beneath its surface, adding a touch of intrigue to its natural beauty.
Oh, well, thank you for that, because I had no idea.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could share that with you. If you're curious about anything else, just let me know.
Well, if you got anything that's very interesting that pops up, let us know.
At our 2 o'clock position, about 5 miles out, you'll see the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains. This mountain range is part of the Appalachian Mountains and stretches over 500 miles through Virginia and into North Carolina. The Blue Ridge is known for its stunning vistas, especially during the fall when the foliage turns vibrant shades of red, orange and yellow. It's a popular destination for hikers, nature lovers and photographers who want to capture the breathtaking views from various overlooks. Plus, there's a bit of folklore surrounding the area, with tales of mysterious creatures said to roam the mountains, adding an air of intrigue to this natural wonder.
Do you know what types of creatures have been reported?
There have been various reports of creatures in the area, particularly around the Blue Ridge Mountains. Some locals have claimed to see Bigfoot-like figures wandering through the woods, while others have shared stories of mysterious lights and sounds that can't easily be explained. Additionally, there are tales of ghostly apparitions in certain spots, especially near old battlefields and historic sites. These stories often add a layer of intrigue to the natural beauty of the region, making it a popular topic of conversation among hikers and outdoor enthusiasts.
Yeah, I had a feeling you were going to mention something about the Bigfoot.
Yes, the Bigfoot legends in the Blue Ridge Mountains are quite fascinating. Many locals have shared stories of encounters with this elusive creature, often describing it as a large, hairy humanoid that roams the forests. Some say that the creature is a guardian of the wilderness, while others believe it to be a remnant of ancient times. The stories have become a part of the local folklore, attracting both skeptics and believers alike. It's not uncommon to find enthusiasts and researchers exploring the area, hoping to catch a glimpse or find evidence of Bigfoot's existence.
Jeff, as I look out my left window, what are those mountains that I'm currently that's closest to me?
At your 9 o'clock position, you'll see the beautiful South Mountain Range. This range is part of the Appalachian Mountains and stretches through Pennsylvania, Maryland, and West Virginia. The South Mountain is known for its stunning views and rich biodiversity, making it a popular spot for hikers and nature enthusiasts. It's also historically significant, as it was the site of several Civil War battles, including the Battle of South Mountain in 1862, which played a crucial role in the Maryland campaign. The area is filled with trails and scenic overlooks, perfect for taking in the breathtaking landscape.
So I can imagine those mountains had a lot of Union soldiers.
Absolutely. The South Mountain Range saw significant action during the Civil War, particularly in the Maryland campaign of 1862. Union soldiers traversed these mountains, facing off against Confederate forces in battles that were pivotal to the outcome of the war. The rugged terrain provided both challenges and strategic advantages for the troops. Many of the soldiers who fought here were young men, some barely out of their teens, who were drawn into the conflict by a sense of duty and patriotism. The stories of bravery and sacrifice from this area are still remembered and honored today.
So these mountains, what's their highest elevation?
The highest elevation in the South Mountain Range is around 2,500 feet at its peak, known as High Rock. This area offers breathtaking views and is a popular spot for hikers looking to enjoy the natural beauty of the region.
Anything else currently of interest near us?
At our 1 o'clock position, about 10 miles out, we can see the historic town of Gettysburg. This town is best known for the pivotal Battle of Gettysburg during the Civil War, which took place from July 1st to July 3rd, 1863. It was one of the bloodiest battles in American history and marked a turning point in the war, leading to the Union's eventual victory. Today, Gettysburg is a popular destination for history buffs and tourists alike, with numerous monuments and memorials commemorating the soldiers who fought there. The town also hosts reenactments and events that bring the history of the battle to life, making it a fascinating place to explore.
It seems to be, Jeff, there seems to be a lot of Civil War stuff, events that took place here.
Yes, this area is rich in Civil War history. The Battle of Gettysburg, which took place in July 1863, was one of the most significant battles of the Civil War and marked a turning point in the conflict. It involved the largest number of casualties in the war and is often cited as the war's turning point. The town itself is now a historic site with numerous monuments and memorials dedicated to the soldiers who fought here, attracting many history enthusiasts and tourists every year.
Just keep telling us interesting stuff as we fly.
At At our 1 o'clock position, about 6 miles out, you'll see the beautiful Conococheague Creek. This creek is a tributary of the Potomac River and has played a significant role in the local ecosystem and history. The creek is known for its clear waters and is a popular spot for fishing, particularly for trout. It also served as an important waterway for early settlers and Native Americans, providing a source of food and transportation. The surrounding area is rich in wildlife, making it a favourite for nature enthusiasts and birdwatchers alike.
How wide and deep would you say that creek is?
The Conococheague Creek is generally about 20 to 30 feet wide and can be around 3 to 5 feet deep in most areas, depending on the rainfall and season. It's a lovely spot for fishing and enjoying nature.
Whereabouts does it enter the Potomac River?
The Conococheague Creek enters the Potomac River near Williamsport, Maryland, approximately 20 miles downstream from where we currently are. This confluence is significant as it contributes to the Potomac's flow and ecology, and the area around the confluence is often enjoyed by nature enthusiasts and fishermen.
So Jeff, the mountain that's about 12 o'clock ahead of us, what is that mountain?
The mountain directly ahead at 12 am is South Mountain, which is part of the Appalachian Mountain Range. This range is known for its stunning views and rich biodiversity. South Mountain is also historically significant as it was the site of several Civil War battles, including the Battle of South Mountain in 1862. The area is popular among hikers and outdoor enthusiasts, offering numerous trails and scenic overlooks. It's a great spot to enjoy the natural beauty of the region.
You know, you talk about all these battles on these mountains. I can only imagine that either the Union or the Confederate used it to their advantage for troops that were traveling in the valley.
Absolutely. The terrain of the South Mountain Range provided strategic advantages for both Union and Confederate troops during the Civil War. The high ground allowed for better visibility and control over the surrounding valleys, which were crucial for troop movements and supply lines. Soldiers would often use the natural cover of the mountains to conceal their movements and set up ambushes. Additionally, the rugged landscape posed challenges for logistics, making it a critical factor in the planning of battles in this region.
I would imagine that in the winter it was very difficult to traverse through those mountains.
Yes, traversing the mountains in winter can be quite challenging due to snow and ice, which can make roads treacherous and limit visibility. Historically, many soldiers and travelers face significant difficulties during winter campaigns, often relying on local knowledge and experience to navigate the rugged terrain. The harsh conditions would have tested the endurance and resolve of those who crossed these mountains, adding to the stories of bravery and hardship that are part of the region's history.
Camp David is the country retreat for the President of the United States. It is located in the wooded hills of Catoctin Mountain Park, in Frederick County, Maryland, near the towns of Fairmont and Emmitsburg, about 62 miles north-northwest of the national capital city of Washington, D.C. It is officially known as the Naval Support Facility Fairmont. Because it is technically a military installation, the staffing is primarily provided by the Seabees, Civil Engineer Corps, the United States Navy and the United States Marine Corps. Naval construction battalions are tasked with base construction and send detachments as needed. Originally known as High Catoctin, Camp David was built as a camp for federal government agents and their families by the Works Progress Administration. Construction started in 1935 and was completed in 1938. In 1942, President Franklin D. Roosevelt converted it to a presidential retreat and renamed it Shangri-La, for the fictional Himalayan paradise in the 1933 novel Lost Horizon by British author James Hilton. Camp David received its present name in 1953 from Dwight D. Eisenhower, in honor of his father and grandson, both named David. Eisenhower had the practice golf facility built at Camp David. The Catoctin Mountain Park does not indicate the location of Camp David on park maps due to privacy and security concerns, although it can be seen through the use of publicly accessible satellite images.
Jeff, so what mountain is near Camp David?
The mountain near Camp David is Catoctin Mountain, which is part of the Catoctin Mountain Park. This area is known for its beautiful scenery and hiking trails, and it serves as a retreat for US presidents. Catoctin Mountain has a rich history, including its use during World War II as a training site for the Civilian Conservation Corps. The park is also home to diverse wildlife and offers stunning views of the surrounding landscape, making it a popular spot for outdoor enthusiasts.
All kinds of history today, folks. Hope guys just kick back and enjoy. Every now and then we get these audio tours that come through. So far we've heard about Gettysburg, we've heard about the Blue Ridge Mountains, we've heard about Camp David. Who knows what else we're going to be hearing about. Good afternoon, Center, November Juliet, Charlie 472, Cessna Type 172, VFR down to KJYO, runway 35, just checking in.
November, Charlie Juliet 472, Washington Center. Good afternoon. You're not under flight following.
At our 9 o'clock position, about 3 miles out, we can see Gambrel State Park. This park covers over 1,000 acres and is a fantastic spot for outdoor enthusiasts. Established in the 1930s, it was developed by the Civilian Conservation Corps, which was part of Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal program. The park features stunning views of the surrounding mountains and valleys, making it a popular destination for hiking, picnicking and camping. One interesting feature of the park is the Gambrel Mill, which dates back to the 1800s and adds a touch of historical charm to the area. The park is also known for its diverse wildlife, so keep an eye out for deer, foxes and various bird species as we fly over.
You guys have to have some super eyesight, some Superman vision to be able to see deer from up here, 4,500 feet. We got about 28 more nautical miles to go before we land down in Leesburg. Hey Jeff, over to my, what looks to be my 10, 11 o'clock. Looks like a stream of some sort. What is that?
At your 10 o'clock position, what you're seeing is the beautiful Middletown Branch Stream. This stream is a tributary of the Potomac River and is known for its clear waters and scenic surroundings. It's a popular spot for fishing and enjoying nature, and it flows through the picturesque landscape of Frederick County. The stream is also home to various wildlife, making it a favorite among birdwatchers and outdoor enthusiasts.
Where does that body of water drop into? Will that eventually go down to the Potomac?
Yes, the Middletown Branch Stream eventually flows into the Potomac River. It serves as a vital tributary, contributing to the overall water system in the area. This connection is important for the local ecosystem as it supports various wildlife and plant species along its banks. The Potomac River itself is a significant waterway flowing through several states and eventually emptying into the Chesapeake Bay.
Folks, we got about 18 more nautical miles. Good afternoon, approach November Charlie Juliet 472 type Cessna 172. Would like to just check in. We're planning to touch down or land at runway 35.
November Charlie Juliet 472, Dulles departure runway 35 is not available. Active runways are 1 center, 1 right, 30, and 1 left. Please advise your preferred runway for landing.
Negative. I am trying to land at KJYO.
November Charlie Juliet 472, contact Leesburg Tower on 127.5 for landing instructions at KJYO.
Roger that, November Charlie Juliet 472 will contact Leesburg Tower on 127.5. Good afternoon, Leesburg Tower, November Charlie Juliet 472, checking in. Cessna 172 would like a landing clearance, VFR landing clearance on runway 35.
November Charlie Juliet 472, Leesburg Tower, winds 330 at 10, gusting 16, runway 35, cleared to land.
Cleared to land on runway 35, November Charlie Juliet 472. Will advise when I have the runway in sight.
Leesburg Executive Airport, designated KJYO, is a public general aviation airport in Loudoun County, Virginia. It is located about 35 miles northwest of Washington, D.C. The airport was established in 1963 to support the area's growing aviation needs. Today, it is one of the busiest general aviation airports in Virginia, with over 100,000 operations each year. Leesburg features a single asphalt runway, labeled 17/35. The runway is 5,500 feet long and supports a wide variety of aircraft. These include single-engine trainers, business turboprops, and light jets. Because of its location near the Washington, D.C. Special Flight Rules area, pilots flying in or out of Leesburg must follow special airspace procedures. The airport also serves as a reliever for Dulles International, helping to reduce congestion. Facilities at the airport include a modern terminal, a full-service FBO, U.S. Customs for international flights, and several flight schools. These schools offer training for both private and commercial pilots. Leesburg Executive Airport is managed by the town of Leesburg. The town has invested in sustainability projects and infrastructure improvements, including plans for solar power and new hangar space. The surrounding area is known for its history and scenery. The town of Leesburg offers colonial-era buildings, Civil War landmarks, and a growing number of vineyards and craft breweries. Leesburg Executive Airport plays an important role in supporting business travel, flight training, and regional air access in Northern Virginia.
Let's see what we're looking at. We're going to do a bank to the right and come back up onto, so we'll pass the airport on our right. Yep. We'll pass the airport on our right, do a bank. As we pass it, we'll bank right and then come back down. So it should be out here. And there it is. So that's the airport. Jeff, before we land, is there anything else that you can provide us for interest?
Yes, just ahead at our 12 o'clock position, about 5 miles out, we can see the beautiful Potomac River. This river stretches over 400 miles and serves as a natural boundary between Maryland and Virginia. It's not only historically significant, having been a vital transportation route since colonial times, but it's also a popular spot for recreational activities like fishing, kayaking and boating. The river is home to a variety of wildlife, including bald eagles and otters, making it a great area for nature enthusiasts. Plus, there are numerous parks and trails along its banks, perfect for a leisurely stroll or a picnic.
Washington Dulles International Airport, commonly known by its former name of Dulles International Airport, by its airport code of IAD or simply as Dulles Airport, is an international airport in the eastern United States, located 26 miles west of downtown Washington, D.C., in Loudoun and Fairfax counties in Northern Virginia. Opened in 1962, the airport is named after John Foster Dulles, an influential Secretary of State during the Cold War who briefly represented New York in the United States Senate. Its main terminal was designed by Eero Saarinen, who also designed the TWA Flight Center
Leesburg
at
Tower,
John F.
November
Kennedy
Charlie
International
Juliet
Airport.
472. Just
Operated
letting
by
you
the
know that I
Metropolitan
do have
Washington
runway
Airports
35
Authority.
at
Dulles
Leesburg
occupies
at my
13,000
sites.
acres straddling the Loudoun-Fairfax line. IAD ranks fourth in the U.S. in terms of land area, after Denver International Airport,
November Charlie
Dallas
Juliet
Fort
472,
Worth
winds
International
330
Airport,
at 10,
and Southwest
gusting
Florida
16.
International Airport.
Runway 35, cleared
Most
to
of the
land.
airport is in the unincorporated community of Dulles in Loudoun County, with a small portion in the unincorporated community of Chantilly in Fairfax County. Along with Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport and Baltimore Washington International Airport, Dulles is one of 3 major airports serving the Washington-Baltimore metropolitan area. As of 2024, it is the busiest airport in the Washington-Baltimore metropolitan and the 28th busiest airport in the United States. Dulles has the most international passenger traffic of any airport in the mid-Atlantic outside the New York metropolitan area, including approximately 90% of the international passenger traffic in the Baltimore-Washington region. It had more than 20 million passenger enplanements every year from 2004 to 2019, with 27.3 million enplanements in 2024. An average of 60,000 passengers pass through Dulles daily to and from more than 139.
Leesburg ground, November Charlie Juliet 472. Just touched down. Would like run taxi to my parking. And if you can turn on the taxi arrows, I would greatly appreciate it. The taxi path arrows, that is.
November Charlie Juliet 472, Leesburg ground, taxi to general aviation parking via Alpha 3. Turning on taxi path arrows for you.
Taxi to general aviation via Alpha 3. Thank you for turning on the arrows. November Charlie Juliet 472. You guys are right there. I'm gonna think it's this guy right here. Well, Jeff, looks like we've landed safely here at Leesburg. It was a fun trip. I appreciate your audio tour as always.
You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed the tour. If you're interested in continuing the adventure, we can start the DC Annapolis Baltimore helicopter tour, which will take us to the Baltimore Aquarium about 52 miles away. Just let me know if you'd like to activate that tour.
Outdoor, how are ya? Welcome, welcome. Jeff, we can activate that another day. I'm gonna actually take a break, but I will let you know. What tour was that again?
The tour is the DC Annapolis Baltimore helicopter tour, with the first stop being the Baltimore Aquarium, which is 52 miles away, heading down 65.
So that's a helicopter tour. Well, I'm not too good at helicopters right now, so I don't know if we can do the same tour on a Cessna 172. The flight was pretty good. It was very informative. We came off from out of Pennsylvania, an airport that I've never flown, but it was pretty much valley all the way. But there were some wind gusts at the very beginning. We had a mountain that on autopilot, I actually had to take it off because I got that nice sweep, right? And if I didn't take control, we probably would have stalled out. Interesting, because the gust of wind was about 35, coming from southeast, I think. So yeah, but it was pretty good. Learned a lot of history. I have insane tensions, or actually my my chat actually has AI connected to Gemini, and it sometimes likes to jump into the conversation as well. Yes, pesky mountain wave turbulence. Well, that's cool. I appreciate you stopping by. Hope to see you again. I really do appreciate people coming out and just checking things out. I like to do a lot of these Bush Radio Talk tours, along with the Say Intentions tour guide. You kind of combine them together, and it provides for a very nice flight. So anyway, folks, I got to get out of here, but I will probably stream later this evening again, and then sometime tomorrow, midday, evening hours. Always look for me on either Twitch or YouTube. Greatly appreciate it. Catch you guys later. See ya. Thank you for that follow. I appreciate it.